The Salesianum Basketball Team went into the 2015-2016 season with an amazing legacy to live up to. Last year, the team won their second state championship against Polytech High School. This year, Coach Haley made sure the team was as prepared as possible, despite many good players from last year leaving.
Difficult thing for this year is that we had lost so many, graduated a lot of seniors, and didn't have a whole lot of guys coming back that had seen some major minutes in terms of playing. So there was definitely some wondering about who, what are we going to end up looking like in terms of a roster and in terms of a lineup. We didn't really have our group set till I guess around Thanksgiving. Tryouts started around November 10th or so. So we had the roster fixed by about Thanksgiving, and your first game is about 10 days later.
In the beginning of the season, Salesianum was matched up again in their second game of the year. The team started off well in their first game, but it was still a long road ahead.
So you're on the road against, a well-coached team with a veteran lineup, and first half, we were things went well, but in the second half, we got exposed a little bit. Well, coming out, we learned a lot. We learned that here's some things that we want to do better, and we also, as I said, you feel good that you got plenty of guys an opportunity to get their first varsity minutes, which is an important thing. But the one thing that was a concern and would be a concern for a good bit of the year was knowing what's our best group.
While still building the varsity lineup, the team was back in Birkenhoyer Gym to take on out-of-state rivals Malvern Prep.
Malvern Prep game was, important for us. We were, it was an opponent that gave us a real hard time previous year. We went up there and they put it to us pretty good. excited about the way our freshmen were not kind of fazed by that kind of atmosphere and the way they were performing. Knowing that we had beaten a tough opponent, that would help us. St. E's really, this year played extremely well against us. I think they get really fired up for us, and to their credit, they did a great job. Some of their players, I think, had their best games.
After an exciting win against Malvern Prep, Salesianum's next competition was against St. Elizabeth High School. With a well-defined basketball program, it would be a difficult game for the team. However, they were up for the challenge and took them head-on.
Yeah, rematch of the quarterfinals from last year at St. Mark's was a tremendous game when Dante had really, had the game of his career. And, we knew they would be excited to kind of, come in here and try and get some revenge. But their length gave us a lot of trouble with their zone. It was a tight game, I think, going back and forth. I think ultimately they made a few more plays at the end. Their star player, Miles Kale, made some big plays at the end.
Despite the team's loss against St. Elizabeth, they would not stop pushing forward when it came time to play Appoquinimant. With a 7-4 record, the team was going to give it their all and prove to everyone that they were a force to be reckoned with.
it was. I don't know about momentum. I mean, we did feel good about some things, but we knew we had to do a better job of making stops, when we needed to at the end. Mount Pleasant, definitely probably the deepest team in the state. Long, quick, experienced. Another team that we had beaten in the tournament the year before that was excited to get a chance at us. Zone defense really did a nice job of keeping that game, very close until late third.
Just a few days later, the team was matched up against Mount Pleasant High School on home turf. With the majority of away games this year, the team was ready to be back in Birkenhoyer Gym to take on another tough game.
They then kind of ramped up the pressure a little bit, and we really didn't answer the bell.
She was such a paradise, standing up a mile high. Oh, you fall to give me strength. I can't see a reason to try to fight for meaning, but you give me reason to know I still have meaning. I can feel you reaching through all the hard resistance. I know that you're with me. You've always got me through this. I'm not gonna fall for gravity, 'cause you lift me up when I can't feel. I'm not gonna fall for gravity, 'cause the world will doubt, try to bring you down, but your love is real. I can't see a reason to try to fight for meaning, but you give me reason to know I still have meaning. I'm not gonna fall for gravity, 'cause you lift me up when I can't feel. I'm not gonna fall for gravity. Hearing all the wasted breath, struggle with every step, and I cannot get away. But she was such a paradise, standing up a mile high. Oh, you fall to give me strength.
What was exciting was we came out of what was a pretty ugly game and immediately, picked ourselves up against some strong opponents.
Salesianum was to face Smyrna High School. With a rivalry in football as well, some of the tension transferred over to the basketball court.
Yeah, Smyrna game was kind of unfortunately, the same MO as the Sanford game. We fell back early in the first half. They were, again, a top 5 team. We were in the middle of kind of a brutal part of the schedule, and we wanted to be aggressive against them early, but we really couldn't handle their athleticism.
By this time, the new faces on the team were ready to take on a serious challenge. The team also recognized some alumni who played for basketball in their time and created the legacy we know today.
The nice thing was that we fought back, made big shots, made big defensive stops, and again was able to turn that game into a real tight game in the fourth quarter.
3 games left in the regular season. Salesianum versus Sussex Tech. It was a tough game, and despite their opponent's record, the Salesianum basketball team was not about to let their guard down.
Yeah, that was senior night. It was an exciting night in terms of the 4 seniors and JB, but my 4 senior players, Breon, Joel, Kasai, and Luke. It was a great ceremony beforehand to kind of honor those 4 guys for what they've given to the program, and I'm very proud of those guys, and that they represent everything that we want the basketball program at Sally's to represent. playoff games as a whole, well, the first home game against Red Lion is a game that we felt, that we should win. And, early on they hit some, I remember they were hitting some shots that were, I thought we were defending pretty well, but sometimes the team just makes some things that make you shake your head a little bit.
With some hard playing and tough coaching, the team had made it to the playoffs. Their first game was set against Red Lion, and there was still a lot of fight left in the team.
So, that always gets you a little bit down, like you start to wonder, but the kids did a great job of quickly, we turned up the pressure. Our full court press kind of sped them up a little bit, turned them over, and ultimately became a nice, comfortable blowout win. Second game at Del Castle on the road. We knew that would be a tough atmosphere. They had 9 seniors, so we knew they were experienced and ready. You know, we knew that his formula was to kind of pull people out and make you guard them. We wanted to sit back in a zone because of their athleticism and speed, but you know, they got a little bit ahead and forced us to come out.
Salesianum just came out of a very tight game against Red Lion and were prepared to go up against Del Castle High School to secure their place in the finals. The game was tough, and the team fought long and hard. However, despite their vigilance, the team lost against Del Castle 52-62 and were eliminated from the playoffs.
That game could have got away from us. Their coach did a terrific job, and you know, I give our guys a ton of credit for digging in and really, you know, Kemsky played an amazing game, and Famir in the second half really, you know, really stepped up big in terms of, you know, for a freshman to play with the, you know, the courage he played with, and big time shots and defending older kids. And Trayvon as well. I thought those guys made big plays and big shots, but give them credit. They every time we answered, they answered back, and it was a tough locker room afterwards. We're not used to that, and we went in expecting, as much as maybe they were the higher seed, our expectation was that we were going to just keep doing what we'd been doing the last couple years, and so that was a tough pill to swallow in the locker room afterwards.
Though it was a difficult loss and the team's season had come to an end, the team was still proud of what they had done. They fought long, they fought hard, and they fought proud. There were still many young faces on the team who would be making a comeback for next season, but for the 4 seniors who would be graduating this year, Coach Haley had some encouraging words.
My message to them is just what I've told them on several occasions during the course of the year, and then especially in that locker room afterwards. I can't say enough about how much I love those 4 guys in terms of what they do, what they did for this program, and what they do to represent this school. Just 4 great kids. It's not easy for seniors that have been waiting their turn to sometimes step back and say, okay, we've got some talented freshmen, some talented underclassmen. They could have felt threatened and really, just kind of made chemistry a real difficult thing. Instead, they embraced those guys and welcomed them and modeled for them exactly the way you want a senior to be, in terms of practice habits, in terms of character, just in terms of who they are as people. And really, as I said, can't say enough about those guys in terms of, I love them, and we're going to miss them in this program. But they're going to do great things, all 4 of them, without a doubt.